Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I'll be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay. I saw this one on the initial split, and then it just kind of like came out in a weird way. And so, this is the adjacent possibilities card. What this is talking about is having different options or opportunities presenting themselves to you right now. Um, there's also something here. So we've got the patience card and strategy. So there's also something here with divine timing and coming up with a plan. So I'm being shown it's like there's all these possibilities surrounding you, but you want to go through like these double doors at the back of this hallway. So there's like on this card, there's a hallway with a bunch of different doors all over. And then it's like you want to go through this one, but there's a part of you that feels like you need to have a certain plan in order to walk through that door. Okay. Okay, you might feel like whatever it is that you're going towards is out of reach for some reason. Okay. And then we've got the happy family card. Okay. So with this, what I'm getting is it's one of these energies where it's like you're desiring to have this um dynamic, just happy home life with, a significant other, so on and so forth. This could indicate like other friendships and relationships and just kind of that overall harmonious vibe with other people, balanced connections, that kind of thing. There's definitely a focus here on like the romantic connection. So this is a union or reunion card. And so there could be this energy where you're feeling like it's just out of reach. You've got milk and honey. This is highest timeline energy. This is dream reality. Um, all possibilities are there. Happiness, joy, fulfillment, all of those things, financial abundance, loving connections, all of the things that you're desiring. That's what this card is representing. And so because of where it landed, it could be one of these things that maybe at some point you thought it was going to be in a different way. And then now you're seeing things to where it's like you desire it to be a certain way. Maybe it's with a specific person, and it's feeling a little out of your reach right now. But I feel like that's a perspective thing. I don't feel like that's actually what's going on in the energy. I feel like you might just be viewing it as slightly out of reach. Okay, yeah, communication energy is definitely prevalent. Um, Journey and Angel of Balance. Okay, so I'm getting this sense that for a while you've been walking this journey alone. And it might not be that you've been actually physically alone, but there's been a part of you that feels alone. And now what you're desiring is to walk this journey with another person. And so it's like that desire for balanced connections as well. And so it's bringing things into balance and having this balanced connection with another person that you can walk this journey with. And so I'm definitely getting this like life partner energy with this. Yeah, loyal heart. So this is like soulmate energy. So this definitely could be something you're desiring, something you're focusing on, something you really want to experience and have as part of this next phase of life, which for some of you it's like this is, the rest of your life. Long-term commitment is definitely coming through. But the thinking man that just came out, you could really be overthinking things right now. It's not really a gender thing. Normally, I take this to represent a masculine energy who's really thinking. So you could be really thinking of like, do I do this? Do I do that? It's just it's overthinking is really what's coming up right now. So you could be contemplating all of these different options right now when it comes to this situation. And then, okay, we've got all tied up in peace. And what I'm getting is you're in a position right now where you're struggling to find peace because so the all tied up card can actually indicate kind of like keeping yourself stuck in a way. And it's a lot of times it's not conscious. But this could be like self-sabotage. This could be limiting beliefs. A part of you still doubting it, still thinking it's not for you, something like that. And so you're struggling to find peace right now. And I feel like this is something that you do desire, that you do want to experience on a more regular basis. And there's a part of you that feels like you walking this journey with the soulmate could bring you peace. And I'm getting it's because of this balance energy that you're desiring to have with another person. And so when you're in a balanced connection like this, it is gonna have a level of peace. Okay, we've got Call That Glitters that just flew out. That is thinking it's too good to be true, feeling like it's a temptation, a little bit of doubt. So you could be being called to balance out this situation. Okay, so for this thread of energy, this is for somebody, and I've gotten this energy quite a bit. So this is what I'm getting right now. This is for a masculine who has their eyes set on a specific person. You know there's a high level soul connection between you and this person, and you're being magnetized to them right now. You're being called to them right now. But then there's a part of you that still feels like it's too good to be true. That maybe there's a part of you that feels like it actually wouldn't be in balance because you're thinking that you wouldn't be able to be a balanced match for this person. So this could be thinking that you're not on that level. You're not on this person's level. And the thing is what I'm getting is you're actually more on this person's level than you realize. And so it's like perspectives that are really coming through right now. And then we've got the second chakra. This is the sacral. This is it sits between the belly button and the base of the spine. The color's orange. It has to do with creativity, sensuality, pleasure. Um and so this could be something else. You could be very sensually attracted to this person. And then there could also be this tied up energy where it's like you desire this person and it's more than just in a physical lustful way. Um so you desire this person. Maybe this person is like a muse for you and really sparks that creativity. And then it's one of these things that there's just a part of you that doesn't really believe that this person actually does desire you. So I paused it for a minute and had to blow my nose, which in this energy is really indicating that communication energy being blocked and really wanting to flow. And this happens in this energy a lot. Um, so there's definitely like this desire to communicate. And then it's like you're stopping yourself, you're overthinking it, you're you're kind of keeping yourself stuck in your own head in a way. Just overthinking it, not really sure. I feel like you're getting signs and synchronicities and things like that. And then it's just one of those, like, there's just some doubt. Okay. Okay, so what I asked, which was really interesting, was what's the collective being guided to do? And I got the envy card. And it landed on top of the balance. And what I on the angel of balance card, and what I heard was putting an end to the longing energy and coming into balance. And so this could really be you could be really being guided to, yeah, with the indecision card. I feel like you're being guided to make a decision and allow yourself to put an end to this energy and go towards this person and see for yourself if they are on the same page, if they desire the same thing. Um, okay. Okay, I just heard something. This is very specific. So I just heard something, and it was something along the lines of, I want to be a part of this person's future, but I'm a part of their past. And so if that's the case, then I'm getting that you've had a situation with this person, whether it was actually romantic or not. Um, it was maybe it was a friendship, maybe it was something I'm hearing not getting off the ground. So, maybe it was something where you tried to be romantic and then it just didn't go well or whatever. And then so it's this energy of like desiring to be a part of this person's future, but you feel like you're part of their past story. And the thing is to remember it's coming back around at this time for a reason. And I do feel like there is a potential here for you to be a part of this person's future and potentially have this happy family energy with this person. I do feel like that is a very likely potential here for you. It's just I feel like there's some doubt in the way. And yeah, you've been stuck at a crossroads when it comes to the situation for quite a while. This isn't something that just popped up. If you're here and you're resonating, you've been debating on what to do when it comes to this situation for a while. Maybe for some of you, you've tried to do something about it, and then like you started to, and then you kind of pulled back, and then it's like you get ready to reach out to this person, then you stop yourself. It's kind of like this, okay, I'm gonna do it, and then you pull back. That's kind of the energy that's really coming through. And if that's the case, I'm getting it's you're being pulled to this person for a reason. And so at some point just allow yourself to reach out. Um, yeah, with the temple path, this absolutely does have to do with your spiritual growth, with your just growth as a person, really. The temple path card is like the growth path, the expansion path, the path to source, the path back to yourself. The path to alignment, or enlightenment. It's just, it's choosing to do things in a different way and connecting with source and wanting to live your best life and be in alignment. And that's really what this is about. So it's one of these things. I feel like that's part of this decision that you're being asked to make is like, do you really want to fully walk this path? And if you do want to fully walk this path, I feel like reaching out to this person is one of your next steps in order to fully anchor in. And it definitely could be because this is a soulmate and there is a potential here for you two to come back together and for you to be a part of this person's future. And then with the deceit card falling on top of the all that glitters and the envy, I feel like this is really just talking about looking at the situation, looking at this person and feeling like it's too good to be true. There's no way this person would really want to, be official or lock things down in the physical realm. Like, you have an energetic connection, but then there's a part of you that feels like this person's human self wouldn't be on board for whatever reason. It could, yeah, that's going to vary for each of you. And so it's one of these things that you're really being called to pull yourself kind of into balance a little bit and allow yourself to go find out. Um, yeah. Okay. Let's see, we'll get a couple more. Okay, finances could be a factor. We've got man holding a coin, which is a masculine energy focused on finances. So it could be a financial factor. It could be, you want to be in a financially different position before you go towards this person, something like that. Again, it's come up in other readings where you're really you're really being guided to do this first, and it's for a reason, and it's because it's going to help you energetically shift in a way that's going to naturally up level your physical reality. Top card, go the distance. Yeah, you're really being guided to close the distance between you and this person. um and it's going to help up level your finances as a result of the energy shift that you're going to experience after you are in contact with this person, basically. Okay, and yeah, we've got the fourth chakra, so that's the heart. The color's green. The energy center sits in the middle of the chest. It has to do with love, and it has to do with unconditional love, and it has to do with passion and like, following your heart's desire. And I feel like you're really being asked to go the distance and follow your heart right now and not listen to as much of the mind and all of that chatter, and more listen to your heart and take some of those steps to follow that guidance and really go after what your heart is calling you towards. There's a reason your heart's calling you towards it. And it's not to like, I'm getting this energy of like, it's not to cause you more pain. This is actually a healing thing that you're being called to allow yourself to go experience. And it could be because this person is on board. And it's one of those, like, think about that. Like, think about reaching out to this person and they're like, yeah, I'm on board. Think about how that would feel and what that would do to your energy system. Um, wasn't that actually in reverse? Okay, you are getting divine guidance. So the seventh chakra is the crown. It sits on the top of the head. The color is violet or white, and it has to do with receiving divine guidance. In the reverse, I'm not getting a blocked crown chakra. What I'm getting is actually you're getting this divine guidance, but you're not fully interpreting what it's telling you. So it could be one of these things like if you kind of pull into the present moment, which is also, the sacral chakra, the second chakra, that's being in the present moment. And so it's like if you're pulling into the present moment and you're listening to the guidance, you could be getting like this insight of like, okay, reach out or do this thing or do that thing. This is what's a potential for you. This is what's on the other side of this for you. And you're getting some divine guidance when it comes to it. But then you're kind of doubting it. You're not really allowing yourself to see that that is actual divine guidance, that that is actually a potential for you. And that is the reason that you're being called to do this, right? Okay. Go for a minute or two. Walking away. Okay. This could be okay, so what could be causing some of this doubt and stuff is if you walked away from this person in the past. So there might be a part of you that thinks that this person wouldn't let you back in, and if they did, it wouldn't be in the same way. So maybe it's one of those like if you had a romantic relationship and then you walked away and then now you are going towards this person, maybe you think that they're only going to be up for like being friends or something. And for some of you, maybe you don't think that this person would even desire that. What's funny is there's like this hidden energy here and it's on both ends. So this could be a mirrored connection. Um, it's one of these things that I feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised when it comes to this person's response. I'll just put it that way. Solar plexus. Okay, this is the third chakra. It sits at the belly button. The color is yellow. It has to do with willpower and confidence. So you could be going through, you could be kind of working through some self-confidence stuff, especially when it comes to this person. Um, and maybe you don't. I just heard like not feeling good enough for this person, so that could be part of what's stopping you right now. Um, And then broken heart landed on walking away. So this could have been a situation where if you did walk away from this person, it could have broke your heart too. It could have been one of those things where, it was a mutual thing where walking away, broke this person's heart and then it broke your heart simultaneously in the process. And if that's the case, I feel like there's been some awareness and perspective shifts that have happened maybe on both ends. To where I feel like I feel like you would be able to just have such a different conversation and experience with this person now. There's a maturity that I'm feeling in the energy. So that could have been a factor too. Maybe you were young or just a little more, immature when it comes to relationships or life, and now you see things different. You have different desires. You've got on the temple path. That's going to change things. That's going to cause a level of maturity in different ways. And now you would be able to actually, um, you know, kind of figure it out and like put the past to rest and then reassess the current energy and the future projection potentials with you and this person. And then we've got yang, so that's divine masculine energy. And I feel like that's the thing that's going on here is you are pulling into that divine masculine energy. And it's one of these things where I don't feel like you realize how much you've grown and changed and evolved. Um, And then there's like it's like, yes, you've grown and changed, but then I'm hearing not enough. And so there could be this energy where you're not feeling like you've changed enough, you've evolved enough. But the thing is if you're on this path and you're committed to this path and you know that this person and you have a high level soul connection, you're being called back to them at this point, allow that to be enough. And, follow it through. Like, yeah, just follow it through. Let's get a couple more. Uh, okay, we've got the not for you card. So you could be feeling like your person is going to look at you and just be like, no, you're not for me at this phase in my life. But it's funny because I feel like it's actually going to be the complete opposite. Yeah, again, I feel like you're going to be very pleasantly surprised if you allow yourself to go take this message to this person. And I do feel like there is an element of telepathic communication you're already having when it comes to this person. And so it's like you're already communicating energetically. And so now it's time to allow yourself to communicate in the physical realm and find out for yourself if this person is on board. And I feel like you're going to be very pleasantly surprised. Just in the energy and the way it feels, I feel like you're going to be very, very pleasantly surprised. Um, okay, contract in the first chakra. Okay, so the contract card could indicate legal stuff going on. Um, it's also really talking about like soul contracts. And so that could definitely be part of this. Why you're being called to this person now is because you do have a soul contract. And yeah, it's one of these things like you're going to be continuously called to this person at least for a while until you allow yourself to actually do it and you're really being guided to make some grounded actions, like take some grounded actions when it comes to the situation. And Yeah. Yeah, the first chakra sits at the base of the spine. The color is red. It has to do with our stability and our security in our physical world. And so you're really being guided to actually communicate to this person in the physical realm. Because it's one of these things like you're already communicating with them energetically. Could be through dreams, could be through, telepathic communication. Um, you could feel this person's energy, things like that. And then there is a soul contract here. So there is an element of unfinished business that's coming through. And so you're being guided to actually take grounded action towards this person. All right. Mhm. Okay. So yeah, the here and now card, this is really saying that this is possible for you in the here and now. And what I mentally asked before this card came out was what does the collective's person desire when it comes to this person? We got the here and now. So this person is desiring for you to communicate in the now moment and to potentially lock this in the now moment. And actually, kind of get started on building a relationship with you. And maybe it starts platonically at first and then it, transcends into something more romantic. Maybe for some of you it starts off romantic. It's just going to vary, but there is this desire on your person's end for you to communicate in the here and now. So, okay, with that, I feel like that's a good place to end this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. I hope this resonates. You got this. Remember, again, you would not be being called towards this person right now if it wasn't for your highest good to communicate with them. So if you've been just constantly thinking about them, you can't get them out of your head, no matter what you do, they're always there. Signs, synchronicities, dreams, whatever it is for you, if you're just really thinking about this person a lot and you're feeling this pull towards this person and it's not letting you rest, it's because you're being called to do something about it in the now moment. So allow yourself to really kind of pull into the now moment and really listen to that divine guidance and do your best to actually listen to what it's saying without filtering it through doubt or too good to be true. And just kind of put that aside for a minute and really listen to the guidance that's coming in and then take some action from there. So, yeah. Alrighty. Well, feel free to talk. Feel free to let me know in the comments below if this resonates. I would love to talk to you about it. You can hit that like button. It does help out the channel, so thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free. I will see you on the next message. Bye.